How's it going, YouTube?
Hello.
It is Thursday and welcome back to episode 31 of Behind the Blade. In the last video we left the tractor at this site because this morning we've got a parish council to cut. Using the tractor to cut the large field, we've got the hustler with us and the right is in the van. 7 o'clock currently, so we can't make any noise till 8, but we can go to the cemetery, which is just out of town, and we'll start getting that cut and then we'll come back to the field. So let's get on with it. So we get straight over to the cemetery, and the first thing I do is start strimming up all the headstones all around the tight spaces that the right can't get to, whilst Ash is starting on the right. And the grass is mega long here, so we had to go over it a few times, but that's going to be a common theme in this video. With that side done, we can now move on to the other side. We swapped to make it fair. I jumped on the right while Ash did all the strimming on this side. Now we're nearly there, we've just got a few more rows to do and a little bit of blowing up and tidying to do, but we can now head back to the field, grabbing all the grass verges on the way back to the field so we don't have to come back this way. Working together, we're mowing, strimming and blowing up as we get back, and on some of the larger areas we're working together. I'm on the hustler grabbing the larger bits and Ash is doing all the tight fiddly bits on the right. So now we can head back to the field and Ash jumps straight on with getting all the obstacles done with the hustler. This allows me not to worry about going around those obstacles in the tractor, so I can start off with my boundary lines. I'm having to go really slow just because there's loads of obstacles, and also there's some kids about in the preschool area. The grass is mega long here. Again, this is a fortnightly cut. It's not too bad, but I've just had to drop my ground speed in order to get this done. Now all the tight little bits are done, I can now stretch the tractor's legs to do the main body of the field. And once that's done, I can head back to the corner and get the tractor packed away and jump straight onto the right to get this little park area sorted out. Now we've not had the key for this park area because the council had basically lost the key for it, so we've not been able to get in here pretty much ever, but we brought an angle grinder and got ourselves in here. We went over this literally probably about 7 or 8 times to get it to a decent standard, just piece by piece, taking that height down. And as you can see, we managed to get it to a fairly manageable height and blow most of the muck away. Now that the field was done, we could carry on with the rest of the parish, doing all the larger areas on the hustler and then jumping off to trim all of the fixtures and fittings. Trying to work together as much as possible. Ash can do all the tight little bits to allow me to do the wide areas on the hustler. As you can see here, Ash was off doing a verge somewhere, so I just took the opportunity to get the wide open spaces all sorted. Now this parish council has developed a little wildlife area with some mown bits and the rest left long, but this is great fun to cut on the hustler, and luckily the grass wasn't too long here so we can get some speed, and it was like a little mini racetrack. But once that was done, we moved on to the last open space of this parish, which I can't get the hustler to, so Ash grabbed that on the right. We then worked our way back to the vehicles, getting all the grass on the way back. Finishing with this last area, working as a team. This bit was mega long, so we had to cut it a few times. Yes, it's a little bit messy, but it's that time of the year. Heading back to the van, getting packed up, ready to go back to the unit for tomorrow. It's Friday morning. It is currently 5:30. Normally I have B&I on a Friday morning, but I'm absolutely stacked this week, so that's not happening, unfortunately. Here with the tractor, I've got to head to the first site, which is the dog walking paddock, and we've got to get it cut. Let's get it. So I'm here, but they've changed the front gate code. So I've sent them a text because it's 6 in the morning. Gets like 10 minutes without receiving any feedback from them. Then I'll have to try and wake them up or give them a call. But the dog walking park is only blocked out until 7. So I've got some work to do. Like, I need this code. We are in. I ended up just calling the customer and waking them up. But anyway, let's get this unlocked, get the tractor in and get cracking. So as soon as we get in there, I get the mower down and we start with the border. I'm in field 2 at the minute, and I'll just start with the boundary, doing all the obstacles, and then just start trying to smash out some stripes on the main body of the field. I've not got long at all. I think I had about 15-20 minutes to try and get this field complete, and it's really tough because the ground is so bumpy. And nonetheless, the first client of the day did turn up. I had a quick chat with them just to let them know that I've only got a couple more stripes left, and if they could just stay out the way of the tractor, I can get out their hair as soon as possible.
And with that done, I could move on to field number 1. This is empty for another 25-30 minutes, so a little bit less pressure on this one. Starting with the boundary, managed to get this cut fairly quickly, and with both the fields done, it meant I can head back to the unit.
Back at the unit, getting all the kit ready, and we're going to head to the next job of the day. Ash's first job, my next job. Let's go. So we're at the first site, and it was a absolute nightmare. Had to put an initial football pitch in, the grass hasn't been cut, we couldn't find the sockets, and it was a nightmare. Anyway, over to the mighty Find and Volta now.
So now we're over at the mighty Find and Volta. Ash jumps on the trike and starts to get the line marking done, the regular over marking of the white. However, this time we also need to put 2 blue pitches down to accommodate some of the new girls' football team. With all of this done, we can now sit back and relax. I am joking. Ash had to go to the next site, whilst I was with Bradley from Turf Tank. He's trying to fix the robot.
So Bradley from Turf Tank has come out and looked at Roy the robot. As you know, if you have been watching the channel for a while, you'll know that we've got a Turf Tank, which is an autonomous line marking machine, and we've been having a few issues with it. They've finally come out to take a look at it, and hats off to Bradley, who's really patient, really professional, extremely good at what he does. And we have diagnosed the issue. So there's a cable that runs from the satellite to the controller, and that had basically worn through on the metal housing and deteriorated over time, I guess, hence why the issues were intermittent. But it shorted the controller out, so it's still not fixed. There's certain parts that he didn't carry on the van, but we're making progress with it, and it's about to absolutely chuck it down. So we'll see you tomorrow. It is Saturday morning. Me and Ash are both working separately, so don't blink or you'll miss it. This is what we've been up to this morning.
So I've been out at MK this morning marking up 4 pitches, and Ash has been to 3 commercial tidies this morning: the NHS facility, a church, and another private residence.
Look at him. Don't he look smart? Right, we've got to get that in there because we are off to the mighty Find and Volta. Well, I am.
So I'm at the mighty Find and Volta to volunteer to help fit some access gates for them, and this is Matt, the chairman, who is absolutely heroic with a pickaxe, I must say myself. Anyway, with the access gates installed, we've got one happy chairman. So with this done, I've still got work to do. I've got to head out to do some initials.
So I'm over at Corby Hellenic here for an initial mark out, and I've been mega lucky. So all the boxes were really faint, so I've jumped on the marker and sprayed them. It's just the outlines that I'm gonna have to measure and mark with the string line. So I'm gonna do that now and get that done. Right, that's the first one done, the 9v9. Got 11v11 and then a 7v7. Let's get cracking. There we have it. It is 22.6. I've just completed the last line. Still got my string line set out. Yeah, the last 2 pitches were pretty much all string line jobs. But anyway, right, I'm gonna travel home now, but on the way home, there's something I've got to do.
And that was to drop off Manuela Young's steel strimmer. She won this on CutCrew competitions for as little as 99p. Anyway, all done.
Morning people, it is Monday morning. We're starting nice and early. It's currently 5 o'clock and I'm on my way to the unit. We're in a school this morning and then a parish council this afternoon. So let's go grab the tractor and head to the school.
So get to the unit and I grab the tractor, grab fuel on the way to site, drop the Trimax, get that greased up, and by the time I've done that, Ash has already arrived. And he's made a good start on all the hedge work and all the tidying of the rest of the school. Quite a bit of hedge work to do this time because the growth was unreal, but I jumped in the tractor and started off with the boundary, as per usual. Had quite a bit of growth here, but I went over it a few times and we managed to get rid of most of the mess. And with only a little bit of the field left, I didn't have long or many stripes left until it was all sorted. Ash was already started on the strimming, and after that he jumped on the right to do all the little bits around the front of the school. So then I got the hustler out to play. Now I'm going to try and use the hustler to mulch some more of that mess on the athletics track, but first I did all the little bits that the tractor can't get. Basically, I just used a hustler to loop the athletic track a couple of times. There wasn't a lot of mess anyway, but by the time we were finished, there was no mess at all, which enabled Ash to get the line marker out and start putting some lines on the ground.
I'm going to leave Ash here and I'm going to go to the second site to get that cut.
So this side of the school isn't being used at all for any sports or anything. In fact, the school don't know what they're going to do with it. So I start with the boundary and we start getting the stripes down, and it ended up being fairly good condition. I had to go slow, which led me to... So with the singing keeping me sane at low ground speed, I only had a few more stripes left. And at this point, Ash had popped over on the hustler to do all the smaller areas and around the goal nails. And after this, we got packed up and headed to the next site.
Okay, so ordinarily at this point we'd be going to do the third section of this school. However, GCSEs have started today, so we have not got access to that side of the school. So I dropped the tractor off and now I'm on my way to meet Ash. By the time I get there, Ash should probably already have started. Let's get over there.
So as you can see, Ash had already started. I only just caught him on the camera there. I jumped straight onto the hustler and go and meet him to help out all the larger areas. There's quite a few verges at this parish council. The grass is nice and dry. It is long, but we managed to get through it. A couple of cuts and it was left nice and neat. Just work our way through the village, tackling every verge that we see in front of us. Working together, you know the score. Me on the hustler doing the larger bits and Ash grabbing the bits where the hustler can't grab, tidying up as we go. We head to the only large space of this parish and we start cracking this out. Bit by bit, getting those stripes down, working together to get this parish council sorted out. But after this was pretty much the end of the parish, so we headed back to the van and the unit.
Well, yesterday we ended up just smashing out the work and getting it done. As you saw, we didn't film a lot at that parish council. It was getting very hot and we were running out of water, so we just got it done. But we actually managed to finish fairly early for once, which was very nice. It's now Tuesday. I've been at a B&I meeting this morning and I've just been to a couple of quotes. This is what Ash has been up to. Right, we've linked up, we're on site. The hedging is absolutely manic, so Ash is going to crack on with the hedge work now. I'm going to run in, sign in and get on with the strimming.
Bit of a change of plan. We both started with the hedge work because if you look at the grass, look how long it is and it's going to need some assistance. 2 weeks growth, absolute filth. We both started off at the front and worked our way round in opposite directions with all the front tidy, just the waste to pick up. Working our way around the back, we ended up meeting up with each other, but that is all the hedge work done, which enabled Ash to jump straight on the Weebang Legacy 48 Pro to start getting some of that grass cut. It was something ridiculous, like 90 collection bags worth of grass, so a lot of walking to get rid of the waste, but Ash was getting through that and it was starting to take shape and look amazing. With the last little bit of grass left, we can start to relax as I run round with the blower to get all the beds and the paths tidied up. And with that site done, we can now get the kit back to the van and get a well-earned drink.
Right, we are all done. That was very, very long and very untidy with all the hedges, but I'd say we've done a really good job. Took us about 3 hours. This site normally takes about an hour and a half, but we stuck to what we do and got the place tidy. So yeah, time to head back to the unit and get everything ready for tomorrow. It's Wednesday morning, we're at the yard. We've got all the kit on the trailer ready to go. We're doing a parish council today. We need to get fuel on the way out there. Let's get over there, shall we?
So as soon as we get over to the parish, the kit comes off, and first mower off, I jump on it straight away to get the verges done. No messing about today, cleaning up as we go. Working together, Ash is on the hustler today, tackling all the wide areas, and I'm on the right doing all the small little bits. This is normally a monthly cut, but we've educated the customer to try and get that to a fortnightly, so we're doing an additional cut today. Working together, I'm doing the little bits, Ash is doing the larger areas on the Hustler, working as a team to get this parish council done. It's actually quite a large parish. We didn't film a lot, however we just wanted to get this batted out, and we're on the last street here. I'm tidying up as Ash is doing the final strimming, which enabled us to get the kit back onto the trailer, and we've just got to pop to another sister parish council which is just up the road, get the kit off and get that sorted. And that's exactly what we did. We just got the write-off for this and Ash did all the strimming. We got the sister parish council done, and then we could head back to the unit ready for tomorrow. So we're back at the unit. Ash is going to cut some grass now. I'm staying at the unit, and that is because a massive shout out to ERH Services. Elliot over there has provided us with GPS auto steer kit for the Massey Ferguson. So I'm going to be getting this fitted now. You're not going to see any of that in this video because I'm going to be doing a separate video on how to install it, and also a separate video on how it all works. However, you will see this working in next week's Behind the Blade. Let's go ahead and get this fitted, but a massive shout out to Elliot at ERH. Please use them for all of your GPS needs. They do RTK subscriptions as well, so get hold of them. The details will be in the description. So we've unboxed it, and this is everything we've got in the box. We've got our steering wheel with the motor, all the fixtures and fittings. We've got our loom here. We've got our navigation screen, and then obviously the GPS unit there. So we're going to go ahead and get the loom in first. And this is the reason why Behind the Blade is late this week. It's currently 11 o'clock. I've only just finished sorting the tractor out and getting the bits ready for tomorrow. So I apologise that it's not on the Thursday this week and it is on the Friday, but at least now you know. We'll see you in the next episode of Behind the Blade. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, when this video is released in 2 hours time, there is a live draw for CutCrew competitions. So check out the Facebook page to watch that. But we shall see you in the next one.